Jerry in Wisconsin, where does it say in the Bible that Eve had a child by Satan and Adam? Well, let me ask you a question. Whose son was Cain? And he certainly wasn't Adam's son, because if he was Adam's son, you would find him listed in Genesis chapter 5, which is where you find the genealogy, father to son, father to son, father to son, that brought us forward. Cain, you find his genealogy in Genesis chapter 4, and it's not the same genealogy as Adam's. So to answer your question, in Genesis chapter 3, the serpent was with Eve in the garden. And in chapter 3, verse 15 of Genesis, God says to the serpent and the woman, I'm going to put enmity, that means separation, between your seed, talking to the serpent, and the woman's seed. And then in a later verse, verse 16 or 17, God says to Eve, I will greatly multiply thy conception. Do you know what causes conception? Well, I certainly hope you do. And of course, that the result of what Eve did with the serpent resulted in conception, but it was before she knew her husband Adam, but was with the serpent in the garden. Cain was the result. It says in the New Testament, Cain, who was of that wicked one. Now, let's see, who is the wicked one? That doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. Lee in Wisconsin, if Adam did the same sin as Eve, does that mean he had relations with the serpent? And that's a very strong possibility, which would even be further abomination to our Heavenly Father, because that would have been a homosexual act.